Hello boys and girls. Today we are working on lesson 128 in our Saxon math book. And the first thing we need to do is draw an 8 centimeter, 2 millimeter line segment. So I'm going to start at 0, go 8 and 2 little lines more. Measure the line segment using centimeters and millimeters. So if I start at the beginning of the line, I say there's 9 centimeters, and how many little lines after that? I would say it's approximately, let me scoot this back over, 3. So 9 centimeters, 3 millimeters. Jeremy is 3 years older than his brother and 2 years younger than his sister. His brother is 7. How old is Jeremy? So Jeremy is 3 years older than his brother and 2 years younger than his sister. So his sister is going to be the oldest, correct? His brother is 7. So if his brother is 7 and he's 3 years older than his brother, so we're going to, that equals 10. So he must be 10. And 2 years younger, so he's 10 with 2 years to make his sister. So this would be Jeremy. Okay. I need a number sentence. 3 plus 7 equals 10. So his answer is 10 years old. 10 plus 2 equals 12. So the answer is 12 years old. Am I correct? Now, how do I find these answers? First, your bottom numbers must always be the same to add or subtract. And if they're not, you can't do it. You're going to have to find a common denominator. But luckily, these are all the same. So 3/5 plus 1/5. 3 plus 1 is 4, and it's fifths. Let me illustrate. So if I cut this into fifths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3/5 plus 1/5 equals 4/5. 2/7 plus 3/7 would be 5/7. 6/8 minus 1/8 would be 5/8. That's not too hard, right? You're just basically adding or subtracting across. The problem comes when your denominators are not the same. The minute hand is pointing to the 12. My minute hand is pointing to the 12. The hour hand is perpendicular, which means it would make a 90-degree angle. So my hour hand could be pointing to the 3 or the 9. What 2 times could be shown? 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock? I showed both of them. So you can choose whether you want to show 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I could highlight and do, let's do 3 o'clock for me. Isn't that a beautiful 3 o'clock? Fill in the missing numbers and write the rule. So this is going to be M. My number's smaller. Let's see, 2 minus 1 equals 1. 8 minus 1 equals 7. So it's not minus. It must be divided. 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 100 divided by 2 would be 50. So it's m divided by 2 equals n. Another way that you could write this is m divided by 2, or m, like your pretty fraction, or m divided by 2. Any of these say the exact same thing. Label each angle as right, obtuse, or acute. Right angles usually have a square and it's 90 degrees. So this would be a right angle. A right angle. What would this one be? A cute little angle or an obtuse? Well, it's larger than 90 degrees, so it would be obtuse. And this one's smaller than 90 degrees, so it would be acute. Now, 248 plus 365 plus 729. What should I do? Should I try to do this mentally or should I write it out? Well, that depends on where you are mathematically. The simplest would be just to write it out. Or you could do it in expanded form. Let's try doing expanded form. So 200 plus 300 equals 500. 500 plus 700 would be 1200. 40 plus 60 is, or 4 tens plus 6 tens is 10 tens, plus 2 more would be 12 tens. 8 plus 5 plus 9. Well, 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 5 more would be 22. Now I can easily add this. This would be 12 plus 1 equals 13. 2 plus 2 equals 4 tens and 2 ones. So my answer should be 1,342. Easy enough. Now, 8 plus 2 equals 10, right? So now I am at 21, right? Let's make it go to 30 tens. So I'd have to add 21 plus 9 equals 30 tens. Now, 80 tens take away 50 tens equals 30 tens. So my answer would be 592. Now, if you can't do this mentally, use your margins or write down here and just subtract. 7 times what goes to 44 but does not go over it, as close to 44 as you can get? Well, 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 6 is 42. And so I have a remainder of 2. Make sure that your remainder is smaller than your divisor. 4 times 2 is 8,000. 4 times 0 is nothing, so I don't even have to put it. 4 times 7 is 28, and it's in the tens place. 4 times 1 is 4. So now I just add it across, so my answer should be 8,284. 8,284. That concludes today's lesson.